Hi everyone. I'm gonna clean my camera off real quick. Let me find my little Q-tip here, wherever it went. Oh, there it is. I apologize for the delay here. I've been trying to get online and do a video for the past 3.5 to 4 hours. Um, because of the information that I have, my videos are being blocked. Um, I had a subscriber today talk about how they commented about 15 comments and not one came through. Um, this is a EMF gear. I explained it in the last video, but as you can tell, that last video, if you watched it, um, it kind of got disrupted like at least 30 times. I like to play some relaxing 1101. I mean, that kind of speaks to me. But anyways, I like to play some relaxing meditation music. So just give me a second here. I need to get back to that. Excuse me for that. I don't have anybody watching right now, but I know that the video goes on my feed. So I'll try to not waste anybody's time here. But today I'm gonna talk about my experience today. And today I found a lawyer, a possible lawyer, I should say. And I found, oops, oh no, I accidentally pressed the thumbs down. Oops. No, this is fine. I like natural sounds. No words. If you listen to music, be careful on the music that you listen to. I like Juice WRLD, and only because he's a freestyler, and he was labeled the freestyle king, and that was because he could flow off the top of his head for an hour, and probably more. He can make 3 or 4 songs in one freestyle, and versus all the other rappers out there, they take days, if not months, to make a song. I like to freestyle myself, and I have literally taken like 2-hour videos and freestyled the entire time and not mess up very much at all. So, and that has a lot of meaning. But let's not talk about that. That's not the matter at hand. Um, I'll make a video of me freestyling one day, and we'll see what people think. But explaining today, um, I found a few websites, and I do have the URLs to them, and it's got. I just got a ringing in my ear. I'm waiting for the vision. The vision didn't happen, but I did get the ringing in the ear. That means they're turning the frequency up. They're wanting to listen because I finally got on my live feed. So they're wanting to listen, and they're listening hard, and they should be. But I found some lawyers today, and people that can help me in my area. I have a URL that has different states and different places you can go for help with this. and they'll help you recognize it and make lawsuits. There's only been a few people that have actually been able to sue. I'm going to be one of them, guaranteed, because I'm not going to stop until I finish. Excuse my persona today. I have been pretty upset. Um, like I said, my last video was interrupted. You can watch it. I skip. It's because it's on PowerPoints. It's on certain information that they don't want out, so they'll skip my video. And like I said, there was a guy today that said that he commented 15 times and it didn't get through. All of his stuff was erased. So what does that tell you? There was some interaction in between. And I asked, are you trying to make me incriminate myself? They replied, yes, we are. That's interaction. When you ask them a question and they just answer it, that's interaction. Where's the trigger words in that? Where's the trigger phrases in that? They call me, oh, he's really smart. He's smarter than he looks. I'm missing a front tooth. And a few other teeth. You know, I'll admit that. I'm not I don't care. And the only reason I wear the mask is so you guys focus on my eyes, because I have more expression in my eyes than I do my mouth. So another thing I want to talk about, there's actually a couple points. One's extremely serious, and that's why I'm so mad today. And I know I always tell everybody to calm yourself, try to flow, try to experience that happy point of life, have good thoughts. That's why I have my crystals. That's why I have my Moldavite. That's why I play this relaxing music. I believe in my chakras. So sometimes I have to remind myself, just calm down. I'm a very energetic person. So it's easy for me to get worked up. And just talking about it just now calms me down. That's what I need to do. You know, and that's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. We all get worked up. You know, we all kind of get out of hand. And we get paranoid. Especially being in this program. But we just got to remind ourselves, acknowledge the fact that we're overreacting when it's not really overreacting, but we need to calm ourselves so they can't take hold of us. Names I hear. I don't know if anybody else hears these names, but McDonald. Is that a name you hear? Lisa. Is that a name you hear? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's just unique to me. I don't eat fast food. So McDonald is something that like kind of just showed up, and I was like, who the freak is McDonald? And they were like, you heard that? Oh no. He heard your name. Oh, he knows my name? And it's that authority figure that I was talking about. They always bring an authority figure. And I'm just wondering if anybody else hears those names. If not, then it's unique to me. I just wanted to ask. On a very serious note, and I mean very serious, and this is what is riling me up. I asked for my family not to be involved at all. They have nothing to do with anything. They're extremely innocent. I had a bad past, but that's beyond the fact. But just to get to me, unless they're telling the truth, they said that they were going to abduct my son and rape him. That they were part of Pizzagate in Epstein Island. That Epstein was their freaking leader. And they were going to abduct my son. That is crossing a fucking line. Excuse my language, but that I can't control that. They have crossed a line with me that I will not stop until I take them down. Do you hear that kind of stuff? It wasn't in my head when they told me this. But to this day, today, all day, after I found the lawyer and I was explaining this to them, they were telling me, we're not part of Epstein Island. We're not part of Voodoo Donuts. We're not part of Pizzagate. Is that true? Or was the first one that they were very irritated, very angry at me being condescending towards them and threatening my life and threatening my family's life, saying that they were going to take my wife and put her into trafficking? Is this modern day trafficking? Is it? I don't know. It would sure in the hell freaking explain it.
From refresh to remote.
Commercials. All they want you to do is consume. Cover them up, don't watch them. Let me change my energy here. I apologize for that little rant there. I kind of explained that I was going to go on a rant in the description. Or not the description, but the title. I apologize. I don't like exerting that kind of energy. I'm more of a peaceful type person, you know. And like I said, I'm an alpha. So when somebody threatens my family or threatens my child, they are crossing lines that they will never be able to cross back over, because I will not let them. I will stop them in their tracks and throw them in the dirt. Face first, throat first, with my foot on their throat. And that's with knowledge. That's with everything that I've got to take their breath away. They want to take every thought in our brain and pin us for it. They want to deprive us of sleep. They want to terrorize us for 24 hours. Well, guess what? I can do the same damn thing. They don't like me too much, but it's mutual. I don't like them very much either. Let's play ball. That's all I got to say. But again, let's change the energy. So let's laugh for a second, and kind of change the energy. And let's try to, at least. Let's talk about some good things. I like the sage. This is my sage here. I like to attach a crystal to it. Right now, I can't really think too well because my brain is negative, and I can't even think about the crystal that's right here. But normally, I know it because I amethyst. There we go. I keep an amethyst on it, just to kind of help the energy. I've got other crystals as well. I keep a moldavite right next to my heart. Moldavite is a very old Egyptian type meditation helping positive energy type stone. and I've got to be very careful with the energy I exert with this kind of stone on me. So I try not to be too negative. I've been ranting for about 15 minutes, so I apologize. But that subject is very important to me, and I'm not going to let it go. If anybody wants to help with any of this, if anybody has any lawyers that they know, or anybody that they know that can help in this situation, or would like to link on to what I'm doing, let me know. Give me your information, and when this happens, I'll contact you. I'll give you the time and date to be at a certain place, and we can all go together, and you can show your experience. And I'm going to ask to be hooked up to the monitor so I can project my brain and show them exactly what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing and all the pictures I've projected and everything they're going to try to incriminate me on. I'm going to be able to explain, because in my last video I explained how I play games, and that's what they're going to try to incriminate me on, because I play games with them just so they would sit there and rant about something that's not true. And I have proof that it's not true. So that's what I'm gonna go off of, you know. So let's see what happens. Uh, my music shut off. I don't know why, but I'm gonna restart it real quick. Connected. But anyways, music's not really that important. Direct energy weapons. That's exactly what it's called. They use microwaves and radio waves. I explained some of that in my last video, but my last video got interrupted quite a few times. That's because the information that I have and the information that I'm giving out is very vital. Um, sorry. So, you know, I have other websites that if anybody has any interests on trying to figure this out, then just say something. I'm willing to talk to anybody. I'll even give you my phone number if you'd like to call. Texting is my thing. I don't like the voice recording type shit or stuff. Excuse my language. But I would rather text. But I can't turn this down. I broke the the button on it, trying to take out the SIM card so I can download stuff because they wouldn't let me live stream. But let me move on here. It's been almost 20 minutes now. Does anybody experience time lapse? Do you look at the time and all of a sudden you look at the time again and it's like it's so much farther than you think? It's been like 20 minutes, but really it's been an hour? Like, that happens to me all the freaking time. I don't understand how that works. I think it's just the fact that we're jaw dropping. That's my explanation of speaking to them all the time, that we lose track of time. And that's one of their specialties, is getting us to jaw drop. They made a comment about me the other day about not being a millennial. I do believe they're trying to get the millennials. They're the younger crowd that is more influenced. And just like I explained in my last video, you know, YouTube and all that stuff, it's all about influence. And so us older folk, I'm 35. They didn't expect me to be that old for some reason. At least that's what they say. Again, I do believe that everything that I hear is just a play on my mind. And that's why I'm here to experience or tell you my experience and not to make it personal to yourself. I'm just telling you what I hear. So, uh, millennials, just be careful. You know, I know the millennials are very highly influenced and they're doing different things. And, that happens every generation. Look at the people that think I'm young. They're like, oh, when I was your age, I was doing this, I was doing that. I never had TV and cell phones and all this. Well, when I was really young, there was no cell phones. We didn't even have internet. But nowadays, these kids that are really young, they have cell phones at a very young age, like my family. So it's getting to them at a very young age. And if you look at like Disney and all that kind of stuff, look at the cover of Little Mermaid. There is a male organ right there on the cover. And that's subliminal. That's for those young eyes to see and not realize it until the time comes. They're activating our children at a young age with sex. And one thing I've noticed, and that's one of the notes I wanted to get on, but I don't like to trigger people because sex is in our reptilian. And that is one of the things that we have no control over of. That's something that is involuntary. It's in our instinct. And they know that. So sex is one of the major triggers that they love to pull. Oh, you're prone to it. Let's ring that bell a million freaking times. And when we ring that bell, when we say think of sex, let's say along that trigger word, let's say think of young children, or think of your son, or think of your daughter, or think of your niece, or think of your nephew. This is how they work. It's disgusting. This is what the program is all about. It's disguised to say they're trying to find criminals. But it's not to find criminals. It's to make criminals. One day they told me he knows about Boston. Boston? That's my dog's name. He's a hairless Jack Russell. What do you mean? Then it hit me. Boston bombing. They're making criminals. I bet you if you look up on that person, he was a schizophrenic. He was on medication. He was hearing voices. Just like all these school shooters. Just like the Vegas shooter. He was hearing voices. Look at the family members. What did they say? That's out of his character. He wasn't like that. He was a totally peaceful person. We had no idea he was capable of this. Well, he wasn't. He was programmed. And this is what I'm taking down. I'm putting my life in danger speaking this stuff on the air. And just now I heard, yes, you are. I don't care. It's for the better of the people. If my voice can get out to as many people as possible, it's good enough for me. I'm not here to make a huge difference, but if I can, I will. I'm not here to better I am here to better myself, but I'm here to help other people as well. I knew I was here for something big, and I didn't know what. Not at all. But now I do. It's all coming to light. This is what I'm here for. At least that's what I think. I may be wrong. Who cares? As long as I'm doing the right thing, right? I've got a poem I'd like to read. Um, I'm gonna skip that real quick because I like I said, I apologize for my mood. Um, I've been kind of on a rant all day. Um, so things to occupy the mind. Uh, Eat something. Something that tastes really good. Occupy the mind. Things that move your hands, like I explained this in my last video or a video before that. These balls right here, you spin them around, right? They can't do anything about that except for tell you to change the direction or stop doing it, right? Smell something. Listen to something very loud. They don't like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to explain. I've got a very fast mind, and for me to slow down, it's very hard. I literally cannot sleep with my own mind, let alone them badgering me. So I drink, a little bit of wine or have a shot or two or something like that of some tasteful spirits or alcohol, whichever one you want to call it. That slows me down. So I'm able to think correctly. But I don't resort to that on a normal basis. I try not to, at least. Now, with this program, it's very hard not to. I get worked up pretty easily because it's very, very seldomly that I get a chance to do anything about it. Listening to music, they constantly, during the music, they're like, shut it off, shut it off, shut it off, shut it off. Or they'll sit there and say, please shut it off, please shut it off, please shut it off. Because I'm a nice person. And they know that if they're nice to me, they're most likely going to get a reaction out of me than to telling me what to do. And I understand that now. So they're not going to get that reaction out of me anymore. I smoke cigarettes. That's my thinking substance. That's where I sit down and I think, and I think to me, because I am myself and I believe in myself, I think very sharply. And this is where I've put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I try not to use regular cigarettes with filters and paper. I'll buy some kind of tobacco. Unfortunately, I can't afford the expensive tobacco that's real natural, but sometimes I get that perfectly natural stuff, and I smoke that. Or I just smoke regular tobacco, but it's out of a pipe. And every time I smoke out of it, they're like, "Oh, is he smoking marijuana? Is he smoking weed? Is he smoking pot?" It's like, "Oh, we're gonna incriminate you on that." And it's just like, dude, no, you're not. I'm smoking freaking nicotine. And I get them on that a lot because it's the way I think. And I just want you to know it's how you think. Test it. When they're badgering you or they're trying to say something to you, change their words and don't use your tongue. Don't use the back of your throat. Just think it. And that speaks louder than you speaking in your mouth, under your breath, or out loud. They get a direct. And that's one thing I've noticed. And to me, they call it the subconscious, but I know it's not. It's all service mind. It's all just, it's just all play. And they're dumb. They think I'm stupid. but they're stupid. They're about to go into court. That's all I got to say. And if anybody can help me with that, just give me numbers or websites. That'd be great. I'd love to get a hold of as many people as possible. But on a different note, let's change the subject here. Every time they try to incriminate, explain. Well, that's kind of I shouldn't have wrote that down because I can say, I dropped a spoon. Are you gonna incriminate me on that? And then without speaking it, without using my tongue or the back of my throat, I think it and I say, yes, we will. And they say, that just shows that they can't think without our brain. They think what we think. It's a mind game. It's played back to you. It's designed to take your judgment and confuse you because you normally don't hear that. You just feel it. But you know what to choose. But when you hear it, it's different. They get you on that. They got me on it for the longest time. I didn't understand. And I was like, wow, these guys are just very judgmental. But it was really, I realized that it was me being judgmental. Because I always try to do the right thing. But I think constantly on both sides of the spectrum. I put myself in the other person's shoes. And so with this program, I constantly think how they think and what they see in me. And because I'm so rude, condescending, and just spiteful towards them, I can see where they think these bad things about me, and that's what I think. But really, on my side, I know who I am. They don't deserve to see my true self. And so, in this time period, yes, I am not being myself. I am being very spiteful, and I am acting in my head only, in ways that I didn't act before. They've seen the good person, but did I get taken off the roster? No, it's because there is no roster. They pick people. This is all done out of just randomness. They're trying to control people into thinking, "Oh, is this a criminal mind, or is this somebody that we can manipulate into being a rapist, or a child molester, or a killer?" Know yourself. This is exactly what they're trying to do, and this is what I'm suing for. Does anybody else want in on this? Because it'd be nice to have another voice. If not, I can do it myself. It's totally fine. I've got over 100 patents, I'm sure. I can explain a few. I've got a bunch written down that explain how the trigger words weigh on us, and they do it by weight. Right now, I just heard, "Oh my God." I can sit here all day and explain what I'm hearing, but that's not a good video, right? So let me explain some more. Um, One subject that I did want to talk about that I've never really talked about before because it's such a big trigger, and I started talking about it before, was sex. Um, it's a natural instinct. It's in everybody's mind. We're human. We're animals. We have animal instincts, and that's in our reptilian. And then it goes into our limbotics, into choice. Do we want to mate with this person or not? Or have relations with this person or not? That's in your reptilian or in your limbotics. But your reptilian gives you that urge. And that's what they go off of. And so that's why sex is a very big trigger. And they trigger everybody. And the way they do it is they use phrases and trigger words. And I explained that a little bit earlier. But this is how they get the people that don't understand how the program works. The people that don't understand that they're being spoken to. The ones that don't hear it. They're being driven. I've got a poem that I wrote. It was called Dream State. And that one kind of explains a little bit of how we're driven, you know? Yeah, it's kind of one of those conspiracy theory type thing with alien and Mesopotamian and all that kind of stuff. But just gotta listen to it, you know? I explain every line. But anyways, one thing I would like to talk about is aspartame and aciflame. These are fake sugars, and they're completely bad for us. Aspartame, after I looked it up, it's the E. coli virus or E. coli bacteria that is fed toxic waste, and it excretes a white substance called aspartame. This white substance tricks your brain into thinking it's sweet, but your body doesn't identify it. Same with aciflame. It's just a different form. And because your body doesn't identify it, it stores it in your fat cells and feeds your free radicals. If you have any free radical cells in your body, they're going to get worse. If you have any type of diabetes or cancer or any type of complication or diseases or any type of failure in your body, it feeds it. This is what it's designed for. This is why they do it. Population control? Who knows? I'm not claiming it. I'm just throwing it out there. Planting the seed. Man-made food. Look at fast food. For all I know, McDonald's, or actually, I don't want to say McDonald's, but all fast food. I heard a rumor that it's all just worm meat and human meat, maybe. Who knows? I heard human meat is addicting. What happens when you eat McDonald's constantly? You want it more, right? Kind of explains it. That's just a theory. That's not fact, by the way. That's just rumors. It's hearsay. Like I said, I'm kind of a little angry right now, and I probably shouldn't even be making a video right now, but whatever. I like to have people see every side of me, just to kind of throw it out there. Let's see. Well, that's pretty much everything that I have written down. But only got 35 minutes here. Let's I'm debating on if I should do patent numbers, which scares the shit out of them, or a poem. Let's do a couple patent numbers and then the poem. How about that? Let's see. Excuse me 1 second. Trying to find a good one here. Well, I thought I had a couple pages. Sure I do in this book here. I've got a lot of stuff written down in this book. Or I can do interaction. Let's do a little bit of interaction, actually. The patents I gave the number down on one of my other videos. But let me just kind of show you kind of the stuff that they're running me through. I'm just going to start on a regular page here. I may skip down a little bit just to kind of give you an idea of what they're running me through. Let's see. You're so lucky that you made it through that video. I said, maybe I'll listen to music and write at the same time. They said, he can seriously do that? Yeah, he can. How does he do that? He's not supposed to be able to do that. All you guys are bad people, is what I said. Calling me names. And put some code out on him, which is like police code to pick me up, but it's just a fearmonger. I'll see you in a week. And that's supposed to be this weekend. Today and tomorrow. The trigger guy that I call Triggerment, he's supposed to be here this weekend to kill me. He told me that he was going to abduct my son and rape him. Let me just move on. He told me, protect yourself. They want to make a molester out of me because they are part of a Pizzagate, and that's what they like. You want to kill him? Yes, I do. Bring him in for questioning, then kill him. This is exactly what I'm hearing, and I'm writing it down as they speak. I don't think we should. He isn't a bad person. And this is one thing they argue about all the time, is the fact if I'm a good person or bad person. And there's one that's always there. Her name is Lisa, or at least what they tell me. She's constantly saying I'm a good person, that I shouldn't be on the list or the roster, and they need to leave me alone. But she's using the heart in me in order to get to me. And that's just as bad as the rest. She's condoning it. She's sitting right next to these people as they trigger. Don't fall for that shit. They said, don't go to sleep. Why, are you going to kill me? Is what I said. Yes, we will in your dreams. And that they have tried multiple times. Like last night, they tried to suffocate me. I said it in my last video. So I said they have tried twice. Yes, he's Reese's bloodline, and that is true. My family is Reese's bloodline, and that is a very unique and rare blood that is in the entire world. They claim that it's protected, and that's why they can't kill me. But I don't believe that. Reese's bloodline is just like one of the very first bloodlines that kind of before it evolved. You know what I mean? So I'm part of a bloodline, and that's in one of my poems. And they kept telling me I'm part of a very unique bloodline, and I didn't understand that. I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know my blood. I didn't know what it was. And all of a sudden, my mom one day was like, "Yeah, we're Reese's, or she's Reese's, Rh negative." And that's a very, very rare blood. And so I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but let's move on. He thinks we can't kill him because of his bloodline, and you can still hear me. We can make it look like he's mean to his animals. I've got birds. birds, ducks, dogs, all that kind of stuff. Um, they try to make it look like if I don't feed them on time, or if I wait to go out there and pay attention to them or something like that, they try to accuse me of animal cruelty and shit like that. And I know it's not true. It's just a fear monger. That's exactly what they do, is just fear monger. So they say my wife's name. That's a trigger. Do you understand you incriminate yourself by saying your name? I say my name and my address and where I live all the time. I want them to be physical, especially after threatening my son. Yeah, I dare you to come to my house. That's all I got to say. Uh, the Lisa character starts crying, and this is a play. They're saying they are coming to kill me. She apologizes. She claims she's going to shut me off, take me off the list. But I know it's just a game. Maybe a squid game. Who knows? She's playing along with them so she isn't incriminated as them. This is how I felt. They said, protect yourself. We're coming for you. Protect your book. I've got multiple books, and I mean like 10 books, of nothing but writing. I write every single day, and when I write like 10 to 20 pages at a time. But this is just kind of, they talk about being part of trafficking. Here's one statement that just bugs the shit out of me. And this is one they apologize for, saying that they're not part of it, that they just used it to get to me. But it says, damn, you can still hear us? You know we've been conditioning kids with pizza for decades or generations. The fuck does that mean? What are you trying to say? Pizzagate? Yeah. That's exactly what they're trying to say, and that's exactly what they projected on me. That's crossing a line with me that you cannot come back from. Threaten my family. I'm going to move on because I'm projecting an energy that I don't like. So I'm going to throw that book down. Let's see here. Let's go to my blue book. My blue book is one they really talk about a lot. There's writing in here that they really don't want getting out. And technically, I've almost got it all down on all my videos, except for just a few things. Like I have one that's called Planting the Seed. And this one just kind of gives you an idea of what they do. I'm going to save that for another video. But I've got a poem. I like doing my poems. I don't know why. But they used to be songs. And but I've started repeating them or saying them online as poems. And I kind of like it that way, so I can explain each line. So this one's called Showing My Teeth. Because I'm an alpha. And I call myself a lone wolf. I don't have friends. I've got like one friend that I visit very seldomly. And other than that, I protect my family. I protect my cave, and I'll do it with my life. So when anybody comes in and challenges me, I show my teeth. It's like, oh yeah, let's do this. So let's go here. So I'm gonna read it and then explain each line, and hopefully I can get through this within 10-15 minutes, just so the video is not too long. Showing my teeth. grinding so hard, showing what's beneath. Nothing's discreet. Life so dull, stuck on repeat. Feeling like a sheep. Rolling down the mountain, it's getting too steep. Knowing what I fear makes me feel meek. Letting the tears roll down my fucking cheeks. Excuse my language. Having problems with steering. Nobody knows what I'm hearing. Foreign objects in my head, controlling my thoughts and belief systems dead. Eyes turning red. Negative thoughts are the only thing I'm fed. What am I doing? I have no fucking clue. My face is bluing. Nothing is true. This is nothing new to me. How do I stay true to me? I'm fluent in losing me. I'm cruising for a bruising. Leave me be. I can't see. I cannot see reason. Inside I'm bleeding. I want to cry like I'm grieving. Why? It's not the season. I say pleasing. What's the decision? It's infliction. Like the gov's erection. It gets a little angry here. Effing you without protection. Giving you gonorrhea just to get paid. You'll have it made. Just to do what they say. No fucking way. If you ask me, fuck the way they want me to be. I need to stay true to me. Whoever that may be. And so, when I wrote this, I was extremely down, obviously. I didn't know what the hell is going on. If I were to go through word by word, I almost feel like just the words itself kind of explain it all. Showing my teeth, yeah, I'm pissed. I'm showing my teeth, like, oh, come at me, you know. Grinding so hard shows what's beneath. I'm showing my roots. I'm showing my nerves. You know what I mean? Like you struck my nerves. I'm pissed off. You know, nothing's discreet. They know everything in your damn brain. You can't hide anything. That's why it's good to do shadow work. So they don't have ammo. Life's so dull, it's stuck on repeat. They repeat every damn thing you say, everything you do. Feeling like a sheep. They want you to follow every damn word they say. And again, excuse my language. I'm really not like this all the time. Like this is a very yeah. I can't even explain the day. I probably shouldn't even be making a video, but this is one of the things that I want to show people, that everybody has these days. You know, don't feel bad if you are very upset or very annoyed. This is what they do. I'm just showing you that I don't always have that monotone personality. You know, that I do get riled up. I do have my days. I'd like to show it to everybody, just to be honest, because that's who I am. I'm an honest person. You know, so I hope you guys don't take it badly. You know, I hope you guys understand, and if not, then that's your own opinion. You know, if you feel like saying something to me in a negative way, please just restrain yourself from doing that. I just hope you don't catch me on a bad day. You know, I'll try to be as nice as possible, but you might get a bad comment back. And I don't like doing that. I feel bad afterwards, and I'll, I don't like doing that. So rolling down the mountain, feeling too steep, or getting too steep. I see myself as a very steep mountain. Um, yeah, like when I freestyle and stuff, I say that, like I'm a steep mountain. Try to climb me. You're not gonna get to the top. Uh, there's parts of me that you'll get just shoved off. And that's when you get up, to my neck, to the top of my mountain. It's just way too steep. You know what I mean? Most people don't get me. That's why I don't really have very many friends. Um, I I'm very how do I explain it? The way I speak, besides these videos, but the way I speak, people look at me like, what does that even mean? I speak in like analogies. I use analogies a lot to explain myself. Um, but when I'm speaking on the camera, I kind of have notes and stuff so I can kind of follow it. Other than that, I'm trying to explain myself constantly with the way I'm saying things, and people kind of look at me like, "What?" So knowing what fears or what I fear makes me meek. I'm not used to fearing. That's just not part of me. I'm not scared of dang near anything. Even if you're like a huge guy and you got a group behind you, guess what? I'm going for the base guy in the group, and I'm going to try to knock that guy out. You know what I mean? And because everybody else that sees that it's behind him because he's the big guy. When I knock the big guy out, everybody else is going to kind of stand back. And I know that for a fact. I did it a couple times. But letting the tears roll down my cheeks. Um, I'm not shy to cry. You know what I mean? Like I use my emotions. That's being a human being. And if there's a guy out there that says, "Oh, you cry? Oh, you're weak." I used to be like that, and now I realize that that's not the way to be. Use your emotions. Be who you are. If you watch a movie and you get a tear, don't hide it. You're a human being. If those situations are affecting you, that means you have a heart. And heart is part of centering. Heart is being part of a human being. If you can't use your heart and your mind at the same time, you need to do some shadow work. So, if it's hard for you to cry, I just kind of like advise just kind of look at what crying is. And this is what I had to do. Crying is just putting out an emotion that is human. And if you hold that back, there's going to be questions in your brain. And when you're part of this program, you cannot have those questions. Cry. If that makes you feel better, do it alone. If you don't want anybody to see you, go and do it. It's going to make you feel better. Having problems with steering. Nobody knows what I'm hearing. I'm pretty sure that everybody can kind of relate to that one. Um, they're trying to steer us. They're trying to drive our vessel, make our decisions, repeat everything I say or we say. Uh, Nobody knows what we're hearing. Everybody thinks we're crazy. Everybody thinks that just because they don't hear it, foreign objects in my head. I don't know if it's bots, BOTs, B.O.T.S. That was their lingo. It wasn't mine. I came up with the thought of bots, and they corrected me. Um, they said that it was in the air. They said it was in our water system. They said it was in our food. Micro nanotechnology. Look it up. Um, Belief system's dead. I had to kill everything I believed in order to get to the point that I am now. They were using everything against me, so I had to kill everything I believed in. I mean, all my beliefs, everything I believed in, I had to not believe it in anymore, and then do more research in order to get a good base to build a house. And that's my brain. I'm still building my house to this day because I don't want them to know what my real beliefs are. And so I'm trying to hide that. The only thing that I share with them is, my beliefs in like chakras and self power and health and crystals and stuff like that. Stuff I can't hide. Uh, Eyes turning red. They say that every time I smoke a cigarette, when they see through my eyes, because they say that they see through our eyes. Everything that we look at, like my hand right now, they can see that. Uh, I heard that that was like a bot in our oculars. Um, in order to see, and they can project light in order for you to hallucinate. And when you close your eyes, they can project pictures on the back of your eyelids. And this is what I was telling you the other day in one of my videos. Um, but they say when I smoke cigarettes, everything turns red. Bullshit. Um, and then they say when I smoke pot, that everything turns blue. Bullshit. That's just one thing that they're trying to get me to believe. And the only reason they're still using it is because I like to use it in my rhymes. Uh, I'll wash dishes and freestyle, while I'm washing dishes. Uh, think fast, change your words. Freestyling is one way that they can't predict your words because it goes off of your limbotics and which word you choose, and it's on the fly. So they can't predict that unless they give you a rhyme word. But change it. You know what I mean? Think of a rhyme word, but then go with one that just flows out your mouth. Um, Negative thoughts are the only thing I'm fed. That's what everybody's experiencing is negative thoughts. Don't listen to them. That's all we're fed. That's all they want. They don't want us to have control. They want to have control. What am I doing? I have no fucking clue. That's true. And when I wrote this, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was completely new to this whole thing. I didn't even know what RNM was. You know, uh, and right now they're trying to say, "Oh, we're not RNM." Bullshit. One thing they never do is throw themselves under the bus. They'll never admit who they are. No interaction. It's supposed to be a contract. My face is bluing. I just explained that. Blue face, smoking pot. Nothing is true. This is nothing new to me. They like to make scenarios and make you believe things that aren't true. They attach feelings to projections and make you think that these things are real. It's not real. Know who you are. Know what you're about. Don't question anything about yourself. And that's what shadow work is for. You know, make up for the things you've done in the past so they don't have the ammo. Know who you are and know what you're about and don't make any bad decisions. It's going to do you good. I guarantee it. How do I stay true to me? And that's one question that I asked myself in the beginning is how do I stay true to me? How do I get back to the person I want to be? I'm fluent in losing me. Um, that is a very touchy subject there. I don't think I can explain that one. Um, I'm fluent in losing me. That one's so deep that I don't think I can explain that one. I hope you guys can kind of hear that one and explain it to yourself. Are you fluent in losing you? That one strikes a nerve for me. That one really does, and I can't explain that one to be honest with you. Losing me is something that I used to be very fluent in, and I'm trying to get back to the person I used to be. And so let's just hope that everybody else is doing the same thing. Um, I'm cruising for a bruising. Leave me be. Uh, that's true. With my condescendence and the way I challenge them, I'm cruising for a bruising. You know, they constantly threaten my life. They constantly threaten my family's life. I'm cruising for a bruising. Leave me be. And that means if you don't leave me be, I'm going to make them hurt. I can't see. I cannot see reason. I lost my sight there for a while, and they were seeing through my eyes. And they were driving me. And during this time when I wrote this, that's exactly how I felt. I didn't even know myself. I didn't even know the decisions I was making because they were making them for me. I lost my dream job because of this. And that's one of the things I'm going to be compensated for. And I hope that anybody else that has experienced this will be compensated themselves. Inside I'm bleeding. That's true. My heart bled, you know. Like I said, I was losing myself. They were driving me. Of course my heart's bleeding. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you letting them control you? I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding inside. I want to cry like I'm grieving. Why? It's not the season. There's parts of the year, you know, when it gets rainy and cloudy outside, that everybody starts to get a little bit gloomy and all that kind of stuff. Well, when this started happening, it was in the middle of summer. I'm supposed to be having fun. I'm supposed to go fishing, swimming, rafting, inner tubing, hanging out with my family, you know, drinking a couple beers in the sun. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the season. Why am I crying about this shit? It's because they're doing it to you or to me. They were doing it to me. I say pleasing. What's the decision? It's infliction. Um, I don't know how many times I said, please leave me alone. Right before this video, I said, please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. It doesn't work. They don't care. You don't have to be nice to them. Be rude. What's the decision? It's infliction. That's all they're trying to do is cause infliction in your life. They want you to be low. They want you to be sad. They want you to question yourself. Don't ever question yourself or doubt yourself. That's one thing they say to me all the time. Doubt yourself. Doubt yourself. Doubt yourself. And that's when you question what you're thinking. Don't do that. Don't give them the one up to even say that. Screw them. They're nobodies. They're horrible people. These are not people. These are dark entities or demons. However you want to see them, they are not good people. They use the cover up of catching criminals. Well, guess what? I'm not a freaking criminal. But I'm still experiencing this. I'm not even going to explain those two lines. Just to get paid, you'll have it made. They want you to follow every damn word they say. You won't get paid, but that kind of goes with the influence on YouTube. You know, all these people have these YouTube contracts and they're influencers, and they get paid for it. You know, I'm not looking to get paid. I'll get paid in the courtroom. I'm looking to get paid on YouTube. I don't really care about that. That's why I always say don't subscribe, don't like my videos, don't do any of that stuff. I don't care. Yeah, I care about views because I want it to get out. You know, I want people to hear it, but I don't care about the rest. I'm not looking to get a contract from YouTube. Screw it. It's not my objective. My objective is to get my word out, to help people in the same situation that I'm in, because I know it brought me down to a level that I'll never go back to. And what they say is when you're drowning, You got to hit bottom before you can push up and hit the surface. Well, my head's above surface now, and I'm swimming to the bank. And I've got information that will help me pull out of this undertow. Just do what they say. Of course, I just explained that. They want you to do what they say. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And one thing I like to do, not to get personal or make anybody feel comfortable or trigger anybody, with my partner, I like to go up and, walk up behind her and kiss her on the back of the neck and kind of, just put my hands on her body. You know what I mean? Just to acknowledge her and to show her that she's beautiful, because she is. But they always try to, when I go up to do that, tell me, kiss her on the neck, grab her butt, grab her waist, just to annoy me. So I don't do those things. I don't care. I'm doing it anyways. Don't acknowledge them. Listen to them, but don't acknowledge them. No fucking way. If you ask me the way they want me to be, I need to stay true to me, whoever that may be. Psh. Well, when I wrote that, like I said, I was very lost, and I have definitely found my way since then. And I didn't get to the patents. I'll say that for the next video. But I apologize for the attitude I had today. But I need everybody to see that everybody has a bad day. That don't feel bad. Stay positive and know who you are, and stand up for yourself. If they're badgering you all freaking day, get an attitude with them. Don't feel like they're in control. You're in control. This is your mind, not theirs. Empowerment. Self-empowerment is very key. Keep that perspective on yourself that keeps you on a pedestal higher than them. This is them. I always kind of compare them to a triple scale or triple beam scale. This is me. This is them. I have more weight. All they have is triggers. And if you look up some of these patents, which I'll share on the next video, that's how they scale things, is how much the trigger word weighs on you. And I'll explain that in detail. And I'll explain, the wording and how it's worded and how it's supposed to confuse the average person and what each one's was supposed to be. But that's how they scale us, how the trigger word weighs on you. And I like to think of it as a scale, and so I always tell them, I've got more weight on my side. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'll be like, I've got more weight on my triple beam than you do. And they'll be like, he knows our terminology. And sometimes I'm the one that makes them say that, because I can change the wording by the way I think. And you can do it too. Test it. When you hear them start to reply to things that you say, or if you start hearing them think in your mind without using your tongue or speaking out loud with the back of your throat, just think it. They'll say exactly what you're thinking. Every time. You are more powerful than you think. And that's one thing that I've figured out. And that's one thing they cannot control. So just know that you have the power to take control. And I have put a few websites out to kind of find lawyers and other people that's experiencing this. I'm going to try to find the website that I was on that found the lawyer that I was looking for in my area. There's a whole list of different states that you can look at, but I know there's one in Chinatown, Portland, Oregon. That's where they said they found me, and one thing I learned online, walkie-talkie, they use radio waves and microwaves. I scan. See how the numbers are scanning? I constantly scan. And this is the first time I ever heard a voice was on this. And it was my son's voice. He was standing right next to me. They were using his voice. And then I heard it in my head. And I was like, what the heck? This could possibly help somebody. If they're really accessing you, just scan channels. And sometimes you can catch them. That was really weird how that just happened. But anyways. Where I live, to be this close, for this to be catching that, this is only a 5-mile range. Why is my little tiny walkie-talkie catching what they're saying? Let's see if I can get a reply. I didn't catch that. Anyways, I'm gonna play with this when I let it go. That's very weird. I haven't caught a signal like that in a while, and I just put new batteries in this too, so it's really kind of catching the signals. Anyways, there's other EMF and different devices you can find and buy online that can show that you're being accessed with radio electromagnetic waves. I advise everybody to kind of look into that and get one, just to kind of prove. Not everybody can afford a neurologist. I know I can't, but I'm going to see if I can find one that will be willing to prove what I am doing or what they're doing, because I plan on making a lawsuit and suing the company or the organization doing this. Hopefully I find a lawyer that does the same thing, that whatever I'm compensated for, I will give them a certain percentage of what I make. So that kind of gives the lawyer an incentive to do the best they can. The more they make me, the more they get. So that's kind of an incentive. So it's been about an hour and 19 minutes. Like I said, time goes by fast for me. I'm constantly thinking all the time. So it's hard for me to sleep, especially with them. So I thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a really good night. Tomorrow I'll have some more material for you. I'm going to try to make a video every day. I've always got a lot to talk about, especially with this. This is like an everyday, all day thing. So all I got to do is listen to them and have more content for you. So tomorrow I think I'll start writing some more stuff down. about what they're talking about after today and finding the lawyers and all that kind of stuff, and kind of tell you where they are at with me. Like I said, it's unique to everybody. So I'm just kind of gonna string you along on my expedition, my endeavor. So please stay tuned. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. I honestly, like, I just want people to know the truth, and that's it, because I've been wanting to know the truth the entire time, and the more I learn, the more I want to tell everybody else. And so I hope you guys take it, and use it, and do your own research, please. And I just got a subscriber today that, he had some interesting things on his page, and I thank him. Um, he seems like a really good person, and I don't feel like he deserves to be on this list. And I'm starting to believe that they're targeting the good people. They're not looking for criminals. They're looking for good people to turn into criminals. So I've noticed that a lot of videos I watch, these people seem like good people. I don't know them, but they seem like really good people. So just keep that in mind. And if you're on this program, consider yourself a good person. Think you're a good person. Know you're a good person. Screw them. They don't know shit. I'll help you every step of the way if I can. Just ask me. If you want help, I will help you as much as I'll help myself. This is what I'm here for. So I'm going to stop the video. It's 1:22:22. That's a signal. So I'll see you tomorrow. By the time you guys get this, because it's almost like midnight where I'm at now, because YouTube wouldn't let me stream a video. Or was it YouTube or them? Who knows? Look at my last video. They said that I wasn't going to be able to do that one fully, and I got interrupted probably like maybe 20 times during that video. Watch it. It'll show you that all my PowerPoints were interrupted. So I'm going to go now. Have a good night, good day. I'm Rickles. Namaste.